Good morning, students. Welcome to Anu Public School online classes. In this session, we will learn about 5th standard English subject. Yes, students, all of you open your index page. Unit 1, Prose Love for Animals, Competency Present Tense Form. Let's start the first prose, students. Love for animals. Students, all of you open your textbooks, page number 1. You can see the lesson name called Love for Animals. In this page, they had given the warm-up activity where they had given the two tasks, task A and task B. Both the tasks you can see in this page. We'll do this task after the lesson. As all of you open page number 2, students. I will read off the whole lesson once. Take your pencils along with your textbooks and keep on observing what I am going to read. The school bell rings. It is 4:15 in the evening. Lucy and Nitin are returning home from school. They see a man walking with his pet dog. The man is trying to tell his dog something. The dog seems to be answering him by barking. Watching this, Lucy remembers Ramana Maharshi. Lucy, do you know anything about Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi? Nitin, no, I don't. What's special about him? Lucy, Sri Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi loved animals and birds. Nitin, can you tell me more about Ramana Maharshi? Lucy, listen, even animals were attracted to him. He spoke to them just as he would speak with people. Nitin, you mean just like the man we saw talking to his dog? Lucy, yes. He called the dogs boys. He used to say, are the boys eating their food? Nitin, really? Lucy, yes, and he called his cow Lakshmi. He used to say, give Lakshmi some rice. Nitin, where did he keep all these animals? Lucy, these animals lived in his ashram. He always feed the animals and birds first. He ate only after feeding them. Yes. Now we'll go for the explanation, students. See here. The school bell rings. It is 4:15 in the evening. See here, students. The time was 4:15 in the evening. The school bell has been rung. Next, Lucy and Nitin are returning home from school. They see a man walking with his pet dog. Here, Lucy and Nitin are friends. They are going back to home from school. When, students? After the school bell has been rung in the evening. While going, they saw a man walking with his pet dog. The man is trying to tell his dog something. The dog seems to be answering him by barking. The man, students, here the man is trying to tell his dog something. By the same time, the dog is answering in the form of barking. Here, students, what do you mean by barking? Barking is nothing but the sound made by the dog. Next, watching this, Lucy remembers Ramana Maharshi. Watching all this, Lucy remembered Ramana Maharshi. Yes, students, after this, now we'll move to the conversation between Lucy and Nitin. We'll start now. Lucy, do you know anything about Bhagwan Raman Maharshi? Nitin, no, I don't. What's special about him? Yes, students, have you seen the picture of Bhagwan Raman Maharshi? I will show you the picture of Bhagwan Raman Maharshi. Yes, see students, the picture of Sri Bhagwan Raman Maharshi. Yes, see students. Now what Lucy is asking? Lucy is asking to Nitin that do you know anything about Bhagwan Raman Maharshi? She is asking to Nitin. She is questioning to Nitin. Now Nitin is answering to Lucy that no, I don't know anything about Bhagwan Raman Maharshi. And he's questioning, he's asking who is Bhagwan Raman Maharshi and what's special about him. Nitin is asking to Lucy that who is he. Next, Lucy. Sri Bhagwan Raman Maharshi loved animals and birds. Nitin, can you tell me more about Raman Maharshi? Here Lucy is replying to Nitin that Sri Bhagwan Raman Maharshi was showing more love and care towards animals and birds. After listening about Ramana Maharshi, Nitin was so curious to know more about Ramana Maharshi. So Nitin was questioning to Lucy, can you tell me more about Ramana Maharshi? Students, here who is asking for Lucy to tell more about Ramana Maharshi? Yes, Nitin. Nitin is asking to Lucy to tell more about Ramana Maharshi. Next, Lucy. Listen, even animals were attracted to him. He spoke to them just as he would speak with people. Nitin, you mean just like the man we saw talking to his dog? SC students, now Lucy, she is answering to Nitin that listen, not only Ramana Maharshi was loving animals, even animals were attracted to him. Students, here what is the meaning for attracted? It means feeling of liking somebody. Students, underline the word attracted in your textbook. Yes, even animals was liking Ramana Maharshi. And Ramana Maharshi was speaking to animals just like he was speaking with his people. Now, Nitin is replying to Lucy. Nitin is replying to Lucy that what he is replying? What is replying? See students, Nitin is imagining Ramana Maharshi in the same way the man that he was talking with his pet dog. Here Nitin is imagining Ramana Maharshi as a man speaking with his pet dog. Next, Lucy. As he called the dogs boys. He used to say, are the boys eating their food? Nitin, really? For that Lucy is answering, yes, he called the dogs as boys. Here he is nothing but Raman Maharshi. Here see students, he is nothing but Ramana Maharshi. Ramana Maharshi used to call their dogs as boys, and he used to ask whether the boys ate their food. Here, see students, you should understand he is nothing but Ramana Maharshi. He used to treat the dogs as boys. For that Nitin got wondered and asked, really? Next, Lucy. Yes, and he called his cow Lakshmi. He used to say, give Lakshmi some rice. Nitin, where did he keep all these animals? Yes, see students, here Lucy is answering. Yes, and he used to call his cow Lakshmi. Ramana Maharshi named his cow as Lakshmi, and he used to ask for the cow to give some rice. Here Lakshmi means nothing but the name of the cow. Students, don't get confused. Lakshmi means the name of the cow. He used to call his cow as Lakshmi. Again, Nitin is asking. He is questioning to Lucy that where he keep all these animals. Here students understand he is nothing but Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi. You should keep it in mind. He is nothing but Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi. And Lakshmi means the name of the cow. As he got wondered and asked, where did he keep all these animals? Next, Lucy. As Ramana Maharshi, these animals lived in his ashram. He always fed the animals and birds first. He ate only after feeding them. Lucy is answering, students. Lucy is answering, these animals lived in his ashram. Here animals means the dogs, cows. All these animals lived in Ramana Maharshi ashram. Here underline the word ashram, students. What do you mean by ashram? A place where hermits live. Students, what do you mean by hermits? It means a person can live alone with no other contact. For example, you know, right, students, Swamijis, Gurujis will be living in ashrams, right? Yeah, that is the example for hermits. And the place where the Swamijis and Gurujis live is nothing but ashram. You know, right, students? Yes. He was giving, he means nothing but Ramana Maharshi. Ramana Maharshi was giving food for animals and birds first. He used to give the food for animals and birds first, and later he was eating his food. That much love and care he was showing for his animals and birds. Go through this lesson, students. I'll continue this lesson in the next class. Thank you, students.